gotta do y'all a favor. Right? We're not gonna do the squeaky ass chair tonight. What's happening live? I got a bit of a lesson tonight. We're gonna wait for some people to come on in. Before the record, let the record show this is not financial advice. This is for educational purposes only. This is for educational purposes only with a bit of entertainment purposes only. Or entertainment purposes as well. If y'all new here, hit the follow button. Also thank my returning followers for doubling back, spinning the block. What up, Noel? What's happening? What's happening? Go ahead and do me a favor, Noel. Share the live out to a few of your followers. They not doing shit no ways. They should be asleep. It's 3 o'clock. Is this the swing strategy? No, this is just come on in. We're gonna let some people come on in before I get started on what this is. We're gonna talk about it. Y'all know how we get down over here at Ironworth Trading. I'm definitely about to give y'all a crash course. Someone says it's going to reject that upper trend line. JB, what up, what up? What up, y'all? Come on in. Come on in. Right? Tonight we're going to dive, but look, y'all know I like to go deep. Tonight we're going to dive deep into something that can completely change the way you look at the market, right? We're not just going to talk about trading. We're going to overstand it and we're going to understand it. You already know what you're doing, then we here to sharpen the sword, right? Some of you already got that sword on deck. You know what I'm saying? You got that katana. You already been out here cutting up. I just want to make sure you remain sharp. So how did y'all week go before we get started? Y'all know, how did y'all week go? Come on, tell me. Tell me, how did your week go? If you ended up in the red, type red. If you ended up in the green, type green. You had a good week, let me know. It was pretty one-sided. It wasn't really hard to trade, but it was choppy. Good week, green. That's what I like to see, Specs. Green. I got stopped out SPY, then it went all the way up. Oh, yeah, ouch. Ouch. It'd be like that, JB. But, yeah, we're going to talk about, we're going to overstand it tonight. I want you to see what professional traders see when they look at a chart. And by the time we finish, by the time we get done with this live, you're not just going to see a bunch of colors and candles and lines and shit. You're going to be able to see a story. Now, what I'm showing you right now, I'm going to be showing you this SPX chart. This is SPX. This is the S&P 500 index. Excuse me. And I'll walk you through it step by step. Don't trip. Just come on in, like the live, share the live out. And then later on, we're going to move to the SPY chart. But that's the ETF version of the same thing. So if you're brand new, don't worry. I'm going to make it real simple. I'm going to make it clear so you can get it. See, this is where they really need to be joining the live because they want the free stuff. This is where they're going to get the free shit at right now. You know, when I'm willing to give it out, they don't be in here. But then again, I wait till 3 o'clock in the morning to do it. That's the only catch. You know what I'm saying? Free time. But y'all remember, this ain't financial advice. This is education, and it's my duty, right? I done made it my duty to make sure you know how to read the chart so that you can make better choices with confidence. Pepe coin. Why you in here talking about Pepe coin? I love Pepe coin, but nah. Enough jokes, unks. More teach. All right, Peyton. I got you, Peyton. How about you do me a favor and share the live out? JB, good night. Good night, JB. All right, y'all. So we're going to start with the basics. The SPX, the S&P 500 index. It represents the top 500 publicly traded companies in the U.S. It's like a report card for the entire stock market. I told y'all that before, right? So when this chart goes up, it usually means the stock market overall is doing well. And when it go down, it means pressure or fear is in the market. Are y'all with me? Y'all with me? Every major trader, fund, and institution watches this chart right here. So learning to analyze the SPX is like learning to read the heartbeat of the entire United States economy, y'all. I'm telling you, you gotta check out the SPX. First of all, I'm gonna let y'all know something. The red candlesticks mean the price went down. The green candlesticks means the price went up. Right? A candlestick has four pieces to it: the opening and the closing, the high and the low. Right? Each candlestick is telling you four pieces of information: where the price opened at, where the price closed at, how high it went, and how low it went. Now, when you see this screen right now, what you seeing on the screen is a 30-minute chart. That means each candle, every red or green bar, represents 30 minutes of price movement. Somebody says, what's the difference between SPX and SPY? We finna get there, Noel. Slow your roll, slow your roll. We finna get there. The time frames mattered. I got it. Let me get to the time. Let me tell you about the time frames if you don't already know. A 1 minute chart show you very short term moves. That's for scalpers. A 30-minute chart like this one help us understand, overstand, and understand what's happening throughout the trading day. In a 4-hour, like Specs just told me to go to, or a daily chart gives us the bigger trend. So when we looking at SPX right now, think of it like the rhythm during the day. We just want to see what the market rhythm is during the day. Not months, not years, but the flow of momentum session by session, right? We want to know what it's like piece by day, damn near. So what do these candlesticks actually represent? Let's break that down too, so y'all can have a good foundation when you trading, instead of just coming in there looking like you just, chicken with his head cut off when the market come on. So every candle on your screen, remember, 4 parts: open, close, high, lows. If the candle is green, the closing was higher than the open, and the buyers was in control. If it's red, the close was lower than the open, and the sellers was in control. I hope y'all taking note. The little thin lines, those are called wicks or shadows that pop out the top. They show how far price has moved before closing. The long wicks means the price was tested. Maybe the buyers pushed the shit up and the sellers slammed it back down, or vice versa, right? But you don't just see candles as colors. My partner came in the crib over my crib one day. He said, "Bruh, why you supposed to be in the studio? You in here looking at red and green lines and shit." But it's not just colors. First of all, there's trillions of dollars in this market. Right? I ain't gonna talk about that though. I want y'all to see the candlesticks as conversations. Every candle is a battle between the buyers and the sellers. The color shows who won that round, and the wicks show how hard they fought. Y'all with me? Do y'all? Let me make sure y'all with me. Y'all know what I'm about to ask y'all, right? Put a W in the chat if you get what I'm saying. And while y'all letting me know if y'all get what I'm saying, I'm about to share the live out. I want y'all to do me a favor too. And while I'm yapping, I need y'all tapping. Let me share this live out to a few people. Real quick, let me add it to my story. If y'all could too, add it to your story if you don't mind. It helps me with engagement, helps push my live out to a larger audience. It helps me to help more people. Okay, y'all, we don't want to gatekeep. I appreciate the 13 of y'all that's in here right now, but can y'all do me a favor and push the live out? Thank you, thank you, thank you. It means a lot to me. It means a lot to me. We a team, y'all. We support each other, right? Show a little support. I'm here to support y'all. That's all I ask. That's all I ask. Share the live. Share the live for me. Share the live. But yeah, so we know how hard they fought. So now every move, this the part most beginners miss. The charts are not random. This shit is not moving. It's not moving in a random way. Like when you see these candlesticks forming on the chart, it's not just moving naked on the chart. Every move on this chart is human behavior: fear, greed, overconfidence, hesitation. Like when we talk about technical analysis, we actually analyze in human emotion in numbers, like big numbers. Y'all with me? So when you learn to read candles and patterns, what you really doing is learning to read emotions. You learning to spot when buyers get confident and when sellers get scared. And when the crowd start to panic or rush in, do y'all hear me? I'm gonna keep asking y'all, do y'all hear me? I need to make sure y'all engaging. Technical analysis, chart analysis, candlestick analysis. We doing all the analysis tonight. The only analysis we not doing is analysis paralysis, right? Because over here in Ironworth Trade, and we got the power of execution, ladies and gentlemen. The power of execution. And not all heroes wear capes, right? So check it out. Where I was at. The human, y'all learning how to read emotions, right? So you learning the spot when the buyers get confident, when the sellers get scared, blah, blah, blah. Is that a tank top or a new bra? That's why trading is 70%, really, I like to say 90% psychological or 90% mindset, 10% technical, right? 10% of this shit is about the charts. The rest of this shit is about your mindset. Because your brain has to understand what's happening and to stay calm enough to react logically. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? I'm gonna make sure y'all sharp as a sword. Hence the term Ironworth. It ain't no game over here. I'm gonna make sure you know. That's what I do. I'm iron. Iron do that to iron. Y'all iron. We really gold and silver, but y'all know what I'm talking about though. We hard body, you feel me? We gonna stand the test of time. All right, so let's keep it moving. Slow is smooth. Before we go deeper, I want your mindset. I want you to set your mindset, matter of fact, for this entire session. Slow is smooth. Smooth is fast. All right? Slow is smooth. Smooth is fast. We're not going to rush learning. Don't try to trade every fucking thing you see. Right now, your job is not to make money, but to build vision so that money can make money for you. You understand? It ain't for you to make. We don't chase money. If you chasing money, it's running from you. We attract wealth. Wealth comes to us in abundance, consistently, nonstop. It's coming, right? Royalties, massive passive income. All right. So get that in your mind first. We're going to build vision because once your eyes can read the market correctly, profits come naturally. Do y'all hear me? That's why I'm taking you through this shit tonight, step by step. Every candle, every EMA, every RSI, everything you see is not, I got you. These are not clues. It's not a shortcut. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, it is a clue. It's not a shortcut. That's what it is. It's a clue. It's not a shortcut. You learn the clues and the shortcut's going to come later. So let's look at this. Let's look at the SPX structure. If y'all new here, hit the follow button. Do me a favor. Share this out to your live so more people can come on in this masterclass real quick. While I feel like doing it, it's 3 a.m. I probably got another hour on here with y'all. Maybe 30 minutes, maybe not even an hour. It depends on how much y'all engaging and showing love, right? So we're going to look at this SPX chart. You can see waves, moves up and then down and then up again. That's what we call market structure. Market structure. That's what we call market structure, okay? Every market moves in waves. We call those impulse and correction. Impulse equals strong directional move, aka momentum. Right? For those that don't know what aka stand for, as known as momentum. Impulse is known as momentum. Correction equals smaller pullback where the price retests before deciding its next move. And I know y'all know what retest means. It means it's going to go to it again, okay? All right, y'all with me? Impulse equals momentum. Correction equals pullback. So when you see the SPX pushing up, then pulling back, that's not randomness. Don't think, oh, it just out of nowhere did this. It just, right, retrace. My bad, beloved, but you get it. You get the point. Retest, retrace, right? But my point is, when you see it happening, it's not random. That's the market breathing, like breathing. How long can you take a breath in before you got to breathe out? How long can you breathe out before you breathe in? You know what I'm saying? Does it? Am I making sense, y'all? Because if it make money, if it makes sense, it make money. Put a yes in the chat or a Y in the chat. Even a W will help, cause W mean we winning. Just let me see that y'all get what I'm saying before I move on. Okay. Okay. All right. Alrighty. Alrighty then. Just like your lungs inhale and exhale, price action moves in and out. Understanding that is the key to staying patient instead of fucking panicking. I hope it makes sense. I'm lighting the candle, beloved. Mind your business. I'm just playing, beloved. Thank you. I'm just playing with you, Woji. I'm just talking shit. Thank you. I appreciate the care. Okay. Now, when we say the market is bullish, right? That means higher highs and higher lows. We in a uptrend. When a bull attack you, it attack you in an upwards motion. That's why they upwards motion. That's why they call it bullish. When a bear attack you, it's in a downward motion. That's why they call it bearish. When it's bearish, it means lower highs and lower lows. Right, you would see that written out as H and H or H and L, as higher highs and higher lows, or lower highs and lower lows, L and H and L and L. I hope y'all learning. Am I moving too fast? Say slow down, coach, if you need me to slow down. Right? Say it's all well if everything is good. Y'all want me to keep going. I like to make sure that we don't leave nobody behind. I'm from the 90s, and when I went to school, they had that program, No Child Left Behind shit, but they used to leave kids behind and shit. We not doing that. All right, so check it out. Look closely. You want to draw imaginary lines from the peaks and the valleys, right? You want to, from the top of the mountain to the bottom of the mountain. From the top of the hill to the top, to the top of the hill to the bottom of the hill. That's what you want to do. You want to make imaginary lines, but you can actually put real lines there. But my point is, once you draw these imaginary lines from the peaks and valleys, if they're stepping upwards, it's an uptrend. If they're stepping downwards, it's a downtrend, ladies and gentlemen. Let's not make it hard. Let's not make it harder than it got to be. Right now, you can see SPX forming a range between two zones. Not fully trending, but consolidating, right? Going sideways. That's when traders get impatient. But the pros, Ironworth traders, all of y'all, we're going to wait. We wait at them type of moments because consolidations leads to what? What happened after the price consolidates? After it goes sideways? It's going to be a big breakout. It's either going to be to the upside or the downside. But after it's going sideways, you be patient. Okay? Patience is key, y'all. Don't be greedy. Don't be fearful. Not even uncertain. Don't be overconfident. You see how all these things start to play out, and it's really you versus you when it comes to trading? Cynthia, do you hear me talking about XRP? You know what I'm saying? Cynthia, you can buy whatever you want to buy. I'm not here to scam you. Also, while I got y'all in here, be aware after tonight of a page that might have my face on it. It's not really me if it's not me. Now, how would you know? Because listen, he not going to fucking sound like me. Y'all get on the phone with the person. I'm willing to get on the phone with you. If they not willing to get on the phone, that's not me. It's a scammer. So don't send them money. Please do not send them money. Okay? I have to go out of my way with the customer support right here recently. So the next people that do it, I gotta help them too. I don't want to have to, but I gotta do it too. But it's a wrap from there. You feel me? I can't do too much if you get scammed because you're not going out of your way to make sure that it's really me. I'm sorry you got to do that, but TikTok is not doing their job when it comes to making sure we not getting scammed. But they want to block me and suspend me for trying to help y'all or tell y'all how to build generational wealth. Right? They kicked me out for just showing y'all how to trade futures just last month. Yeah, so stay away from pages. Sometimes these pages are not real people. I will never come in y'all inbox asking y'all to do shit with no Bitcoin. Telling you to send me. I will never ask you to send me no Bitcoin. Ever. Never, ever, 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 ever. So it's a scam. Be careful. Beware of the scammers. Now, like I said, back to the class. We know it's going to be a breakout when the price consolidates and goes sideways, and that's where the patient pay out at, because if you wait for the squeeze, then you can move with the breakout direction, whichever way it go. So there's a lot of power in waiting sometimes, right? I don't know about no master bot project, Andrew Crisp. You can holler at me in my inbox about it. I don't know about it. But most beginners lose money, y'all, not because they don't know how to analyze a chart, but because they can't fucking wait. They can't wait. Some of y'all are guilty of it, right? When you see the market moving sideways, your brain want to get in on the action. You get something called FOMO, that fear of missing out. We lost about 20 people when I started talking about it, because they know who they is. Like, they got the hell up out of here because they know they can't wait, y'all. They can't wait, man. And that'll hurt you. When you see the market moving sideways, your brain won't end on the action. I'm telling you. But smart traders, we know no signal, no trade. No confluence, no trade. No sign. If there ain't no sign that this shit finna do what I need it to do, I'm not entering the trade. You know what that's called, y'all? That's called discipline. Would you drive through a red light because you bored? I know some of y'all will, but that's why y'all accounts be blown. But I'm dead ass serious. Answer my question, y'all. Yes or no? Would you drive through a red light because you bored? 7. That's all you get. You know? That red light is put there to protect you, sir. You go through that red light and somebody gonna smack your goofy ass. You hear me? Be careful. All right, so look, would you go through a red light? No. Because you bored? No. So it's the same thing here. Every trade needs a green light, y'all, a confirmation. Before you hit go, you need a confirmation. Say, yeah, I got it, coach. Say, I got it, coach. Right? Do y'all got it? I just want to make sure before I go on, y'all got it. I want to play some music so bad right now, but when I go to upload it, I want to make sure I own everything in the video. So if I play some music, it got to be my music or else it'll get infringed. But yeah, what y'all see, this is like a wedge. I'm gonna show you the SPY chart, right? The SPY chart. Somebody says I like green lights, but always drive through the red light. Okay. All right, buddy. All right, buddy. Heading down to WB. Hold on. I love it again. This is SPY. Okay. This is SPY. Now SPY, we just walked through SPX. And that I told y'all that was the heartbeat of the market. Somebody else asked me, they said, Coach, what's the difference between SPX and SPY? We're going to talk about it. We walked through the SPX, the heartbeat of the market, but now we're going to take everything we learned and zoom out to the SPY. Now remember, SPY is the ETF, the exchange traded fund. This is the ETF that actually trades like a stock, but it mirrors the S&P 500 index. That means when investors and traders want to buy or sell the entire market, SPY is the weapon of choice. Do y'all get it? So SPX showed a story. SPY is the vehicle. In this chart right here, the one I'm showing you now, this is a 4-hour chart. So each candle represents 4 hours of price movement. Every time you see a candle pop up, each one is 4 hours of time. So it took 4 hours for that candlestick to form. Now, this chart, this is why this chart look a little smoother than the other one, more patient, less noisy than the 30-minute chart you was just looking at. This is where we study structure, momentum, and confirm the trend when you zoom out and you get to see if it's actually in that trend or not. When in doubt, zoom the fuck out. So that's why the 4-hour chart matter, the daily, the weekly, the monthly, etc. Just top-down analysis. You gotta look at all of them. New traders usually live. They live, right? New traders, I don't even want to talk about it, right? I'm only talking about it because I know a lot of us are new, and I don't want y'all to do that. but they live on the 1 or the 5 minute because they seen somebody doing this shit and they don't really, they like, oh, I thought I'm supposed to be on the 1 or the 5 minute. But doing only trading on the 1 and the 5 is like putting your face up on the TV screen to where your nose touching it and watching the show. That like, you gonna watch the show like that? Now how long you gonna watch the show like that though? Like your mama ain't never tell you to scoot the fuck back from the TV? Y'all get it? Sometimes you got to zoom out. You got to scoot back so you can see. All right, so they want action. They want action, y'all. They want adrenaline. That constant up and down, the ADHD, anxiety type of shit. Anxiety. Oh, looking at it. They got that anxiety. But professional traders, or seasoned traders, ironworth traders, we spend more time on the higher time frames like the 4-hour and the daily, even the 30-minute. Hey, the 15-minute is cool. You can go down to the 1 and the 5 for entry levels and exit levels. Man, this some real shit you dropping on us. I love the transparency for real. 600 day trader, no option trader. Is that what they say? 600 day trader. No option trader. Is that your name? Well, thank you. I appreciate the compliment. You got a crazy name, man, because, I love stock options, brother. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't got a lover because it's more for me. I'm just playing. Yeah, but no, this is the stock market. But you can take this information that you learning and trade futures. You can trade Forex with this information. That's what's beautiful about it. I'm teaching y'all 3 different skill sets at one time for real, right? How to trade futures, how to trade Forex, and how to trade stock options, but not for real though at the same time, because each one of them they got their own set of rules or their own manual to them. You know what I mean? Just because you know how to drive one don't mean you know how to drive the other. Stock options, but you do know how to read a candle. If you do know how to read a candlestick chart, then you can trade all 3 of them. Hey, am I lying? Somebody says that is true, brother, because it is, right? So pay attention. Somebody says you use a lower minute time chart. You use lower minute chart time. I just told you use the lower time frames for entries and exits, right? But we spend more time on the higher time frames because that's where the clarity lives. So the 4-hour chart cut the noise out. It show you direction. It tell us where the big money institutions, hedge funds, long-term players. It shows us where the whales, they call them whales, right? The big money buyers, right? Or the sellers. So if SPX is the microscope, SPY is the fucking map, right? So the 4-hour chart tells you where you are overall, right? The 4-hour chart gonna tell you where you are in the overall journey. Like when you driving and you can't make a short-term move without knowing your long-term route. It's clicking. I hope it is. It's gonna keep clicking like them old school TVs our parents used to have. I want it to click, 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 click until you get a clear picture. Somebody says, what stock are you looking at? This is an ETF. It's called the SPY. This is SPY. You are right, though. I be checking the 4-hour good. That's what's up. Higher time frame helps you to enter into lower time frame. That's right. Miss or Mr. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know. I don't want to be wrong about that. But yeah, you just said you don't know what you're doing, but you were here speaking number facts. All right, but yeah, where was I at? So yeah, if you take a look at this chart, notice how the candles form like a stair-step pattern, right? Kind of like a stair-step pattern. Up, pull, it go up, then it pull back. That's the market breathing. It looked like it was making some stairs, then all of a sudden it took the elevator down. But I was just telling y'all about how the market got to breathe. What goes up must come down. Matter of fact, if you ran up a flight of stairs, don't you get, what happened when you get to the top of them? Don't you get tired? Don't you get exhausted? Good job. I hate 8. Good job. But yeah, notice that It pulled back. So that's the market breathing. Impulse that I was telling y'all about in correction, right? But now on a larger scale. So we're going to use our EMAs to confirm direction. What does EMA mean? Does anybody in the chat know what EMA mean? I'll wait. This is a app or a website, right, called Webull, Webull. Link is in my bio. If you would like to, open one with them, use my link. They'll match what you put in there. Expo moving averages. That's right. Exponential moving averages. These are indicators. Yes, exponential moving average. Thank you for typing that out. I appreciate it. Right. So that's what it is. It means it's an exponential moving average. The 9 EMA, okay, which is represented here with the blue line, is the short term. It's that quick moving. Actually, it's the orange line. It's the orange line. So the 9 EMA gonna move the fastest. It's gonna change the most, and that's that quick moving orange line. It hugs the candles real tight. The 20 EMA, that's the medium term. That's the blue line. It smooths out those moves, and then you got the 200 EMA. The long term, that's the thick purple line that you see on here. That represent the overall institutional trend. Do we have to go back to middle school? And do I got to give y'all a lesson on how to come up with an average? Do y'all remember how to come up with the average? Okay, good. I hope so. I didn't want to have to do that. Matter of fact, somebody said yes. Yes, teacher. Nah, man. All right, so look, it's really not complicated. Take 10 people and add up how much they weigh and multiply it by how many people it is. Now, these EMAs, if I'm not mistaken, is either going off of the previous 9 candlesticks or the previous 9 days, especially if you're on a daily chart. Let's say we're on a daily chart and you're looking at a 200 EMA. The 200 EMA just means you're looking at where the price was at the previous 200 days. Is there a way to not lose accounts? It's so easy to pass, but hard to keep. Yeah, Candace. Yes, you got to remain disciplined. You have to remain disciplined. And I think you should lower your size of contract size. You probably trading the minis instead of the micros. I'm pretty sure you trade in futures just from the way you talking. But yeah, this is stock options. Like I said, it can go for any market, but this is because you can be trading the E-mini S&P or the micro S&P. Somebody says, yeah, discipline is the name of the game in trading, no doubt. So like I said, whenever the 9 EMA is above the 20 and both of them are above the 200, the market is in a healthy uptrend. Whenever the 9 crosses below the 20, especially near the 200, the purple line, like it's been doing here recently, momentum is slowing, and that's often the first warning that the trend is about to change. Can y'all tell me, is this money-making information or not? Those who know, let the rest of them know. Is this money-making information or not? Okay, I see a lot of yes and facts and yup in the comment section. Thank you. Thank you. We got some truth tellers in the building. I just hope the other ones have the power to execute and actually take advantage. All right, so right now on the spot chart, you can see where the short-term EMAs start to curl towards each other. That's the market telling you pay the fuck attention. Somebody says, I'm mad I'm not home and don't have my notebook. It's okay because luckily for you, I will be placing the replay on my YouTube channel. You can just subscribe to me on there. And that link is also in my link tree in my bio. So you can be able to go back to the beginning and replay it, pause it, start it over, take notes, look up what I'm saying, etc. And whatever you don't understand, hit me up and say, hey, can you explain this more? Take advantage, man. Take advantage. Like Smokey said on Friday, take advantage. And super trend to that chart. You like Add super trend to that chart. You know what? I'll try super trend, Pinky. I'll try it. I'll give it out. I'll give it a try. I just, I did before on Trading View, and I wasn't feeling super trend. Sometimes these indicators are in my way, and I just trade price structure, price action, and volume. Right? That's dope. Thank you. No problem, Siobhan. No problem. But yeah, like I said, whenever you see them, it's telling you to pay attention. It's like seeing clouds before the rain. That's why we use the indicators. There are signs, right? It's you can know what's about to happen sometime. Don't you know it's about to rain whenever you see 2-3 signs? You might hear some thundering. You might see some rain clouds. The wind might start picking up, and then once you feel some sprinkling, you pretty much know it's on the way. So what do? You get ready, right? And if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. So the people that already got umbrellas and raincoats and shit on them, they're not worried about that shit. They dressed for it. They was prepared. They actually had a plan. They had an enter. They had an enter and an exit strategy. And if you fail to plan, you plan to fail, y'all. Say, I got it, coach. I need to know y'all got it. I'm trying to move on. I need to know y'all got it. But I won't move on until I know y'all got it. Are you a scalper, trader, or a swing trader? I do the scalping. I do the swing trading. I do day trade. I am a trader. I am an investor. I mean, I'm an entrepreneur. So it's bigger than just, that's why I like the stock market, because it's about business, right? I like futures because it's about business. I'm glad y'all got it. I'm glad y'all got it. So we know that. And then a crossover is not a guarantee of a reversal, but it's a signal that the momentum is shifting, right? You throw a ball up a hill. Let's say you roll a ball up a hill. What happened when that ball gets so far up that hill, it ain't make it to the top, right? It starts to stop, literally. And before it comes the other way, don't it slow down? Can y'all imagine rolling the ball up a hill and then it slow down right there at a certain point before it comes back down? That's talking about momentum. Do y'all understand now what momentum means? Man, I hope this shit could becoming very clear to y'all. I hope, I don't like saying hope. I want to say I know y'all getting this shit right now. If so, definitely do what CC just did and hit the follow button if you new here. The ones that was new here, they grew here. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, momentum. Professional traders, ironwork traders, seasoned traders, we don't panic because we see a fucking crossover. We sit back and we watch. We observe. We look for confirmation. From we want to see price action. We want to see how these candlesticks is forming. We want to see volume, a lot of volume before making the decision. So when you see the 9 EMA starting to dip under the 20 EMA, don't get emotional. Don't react emotional. Like, oh, this was said, was talking about. Somebody asked, are the green candles in between being at a higher percentage, meaning it's going higher? Yeah, it was creating higher highs, and it is kind of making higher lows. But for the most part, it is trading between two prices right now. So it's trading in a range. It's trading sideways. It's consolidating. We was just talking about that. But yeah, you don't get emotion. You think about it. So you say to yourself, okay, momentum is slowing. The ball just reached as high as it was going to go. It looked like it's coming back down. Let me see if price finds support at the 200 EMA, right? Or if it break through. I want to see if the price going to bounce off this ground or if it's going to continue to go down. I want to see if it's going to bounce off this 200, this purple line and go back up, or if it's going to break below the purple line and go down. So we're going to talk about support and resistance next. All right. Let's mark our zones right now on SPY. Let's look at where SPY bounced off of multiple times. That's where that's your support zone. For example, from $650 to $655 on the chart, you can see reversal candles wicking down, and then pushing back up. That means buyers are defending that level. Let me see. I got 4 new messages. Less red candles. Show Bitcoin, not a closed market. How about you go find somebody who's showing you Bitcoin, not a closed market? Wow. I almost started cursing. But no, anyways, for example, 650 to 655, you can see several. You lucky my moderator's not in here. They would have got your ass up out of here. Matter of fact, go sit in the back of the class. Don't say nothing else. Hold your hands up. Go stand in the corner and hold your hands up. And I'm finna put 2-3 textbooks in your hand too. You're gonna hold these textbooks up in the corner. That's what type of coach I am. You not. I'm gonna send you to the principal office. I'm gonna call your mama and tell her you was up in my classroom misbehaving. Talking about telling me what to put on. Sit back, enjoy the Lion King today. I done brought the TV in here so you can watch. You know, you a picture book reading that person. Talking about show a live market like you mad I'm showing. Chip, you got me. Don't get me worked up. What was I saying? Support and resistance. We're going to mark the zones. 650, 650. It's trading within the range. So you can see a bunch of them wicking up and down. And the buyers is stopping the people from pushing it down. So when you look at the top, around 670 to 675, that's where you see rejections and long upper wicks. That's resistance because the sellers are stepping in up there. So the space between them 2 zones I just named, that's your range. You got support and resistance. The floor and the ceiling and the space in between is the range. Man, quit playing with these. Man, quit playing with them and teach, man. Stop playing. All right, look. So yeah, when the price is inside the range, you stay patient and you observe. When the price breaks above or below those zones with volume, that's where the opportunity lives at. Opportunity. My little orphan Annie voice. That's where the opportunity lives at. So you got to respect the zones. That's a mindset tip. Say respect the zones, coach. You ain't got to type it. Just say it. Respect the zones. I'm going to trust that you over there saying it. Respect the zones. At the floor or the ceiling. You're going to respect either one of them. Not just break, though. You want to make sure the body closes for a confirmation of SOS. Michael, they don't know what SOS is. Sell it. For a confirmation of BOS. Break of structure. Or shift of structure. And that is correct. Thank you, Michael. I appreciate that. You don't want to see the above. You want to see it close above. You see what type of community we in? Iron sharpens iron. Thank you, Michael. I hope you're a follower, right? Hit the follow button, Michael, with your crazy profile picture having that. You got that Donald Trump Live magazine profile picture. My bad. I'm just playing. Let me leave you alone. Thank you for following me, bro. I'm gonna follow you back. So look, we're gonna connect. Before I even do that, with this the first lesson in emotional discipline for y'all, especially a bunch of y'all who don't got discipline. This the first lesson I got for y'all. Y'all ready? Don't fight the chart. First of all, you don't got no hands. You get your ass whooped every time you try to. Don't fight the chart. If SPY is stuck between support and resistance, don't force a trade just so you can feel busy. Oh, I'm trading today. Yeah, it's time for me to trade. I got to trade. It's time for me to trade. Like, no, bruh. Every day ain't even a day for you to trade. Did y'all just learn that lesson I just gave y'all? For those that didn't know, I hope y'all like, oh, that's why my shit be. Yeah, because it really wasn't a day for you. Unless you can see far ahead and you can, sometimes that consolidation is the quiet before the storm. And it's giving you an opportunity to get in before it goes to a different direction. But you got to be able to weather the storm, though. Sometime that boat be getting ready to break the fuck apart before you land on paradise. And is you going to jump ship or is you going to stand up? You know what I'm saying? All right, so that swing traders ain't for everybody. Swing trading is not for everybody. All right, only day trading ain't either though, right? So with that being said, I'm trying to give y'all an edge in the market. Not trying, I'm gonna give y'all an edge in the market. That's into I'm doing it. Are y'all trying to listen to me or are y'all listening to me? It's a big difference, right? Am I trying to talk or am I talking? I'm talking. So I'm gonna give y'all the edge. We're gonna keep it 1,000. We're gonna keep it 1,000 island. So don't force a trade just to feel busy. Boredom is the silent killer of traders, especially beginners. The best money is made when you do nothing until the market show you exactly where it want to go. Somebody, oh, we listening though. I wrote a lot of notes for real. You should be. I hope for real though. You should be. They be paying people I had people come to me and say, I paid somebody $5,000 and I've been over there with them for a month and I learned more in your live than I did with them in a month. And so that's what I want to make sure I give out as much free shit that beats they paid shit. That's my goal. I want to give out as much free shit that's better than how much they charging y'all for that. I'm gonna give it out for free over here. And I want to make sure it's better than what they charging y'all for over there. You feel me? If you ever pay me for something, it's for my time. And this is my free time. I'm giving you my free time. This is me giving you this time for free. But if you want me to give you all my other time, damn. Too. That's crazy. No, I'm just talking shit, y'all. I'm just talking shit. So yeah, the best money is made when you don't do nothing until the market show you exactly where it want to go. Now, what you want to do is you want to combine EMA with price action. Let's connect EMAs to price levels. See how the candles pull back to the 9 or the 20 EMA, then bounce. That's called using the EMAs as dynamic and support. And I got a lot more stuff to cover, so I need y'all to do me a favor and hold y'all comments until the end. Not comments, but hold your questions. Comment as much as you want. Matter of fact, talk as much as you want because it helped me with engagement. All right. So while I'm reading this chart to y'all, right? I want you to tell me what city and state you in. Where are you listening in right now from? I do this every night. I'm running a survey because it lets me know where I'm about to go to next. I do live seminars, and I have to make sure it's enough people there before I come there. Because, I went to a couple places. It was 2-3 people there, fine. I don't mind doing that, but I like to see where my listeners at. All right? Now, we're going to connect price action with EMAs. When you connect the price action, we're going to see how the candles pull back the 9 or the 20 EMA and then bounce. That's using the EMAs as dynamic support and resistance because that's what they are sometimes too. You can use the EMAs as levels of support and resistance. When the market is trending, those moving averages act like a rubber band. Price stretches away from it and then it snaps back. Mark my words. You're going to see what I mean once you start using them. So when you looking for entries, you don't need to chase no breakout. Instead, wait for price to retest the EMA zone and then look for confirmation candles to jump in the direction of the trend. You want to, even with the RSI and the momentum confirmation, look at the bottom look at the two indicators at the bottom, the blue squiggly line and the orange squiggly line. Look at them, right? So you see that RSI line? Right now it's hovering around 54. RSI, that stands for Relative Strength Index. We got New York in the building. We got Alaska in the building. Birmingham in the building. Minnesota in the building. Las Vegas in the building. Delaware in the building. California. Quebec. Canada in the building. See, I might have to go to Canada. Las Vegas again. Bay Area. Okay. Go dumb. Colorado. Jackson, Mississippi. That's what I'm talking about. Utilize the game he's giving you. Don't waste your time. That's right. Detroit, Michigan. That's right up the road. That's actually right up the road. Okay, y'all. Thank y'all. I appreciate y'all for participating in that survey. Y'all the real ones. I'm from Canada. I got them up here, Brody. All right, well, y'all let me know. All my Canada people, y'all let me know, because guess what? This money can be made up there too. I got Australian fans. They make money as well in Australia. This information can be used on a global level. Why do you think they got over-the-counter stocks? They got stocks from overseas and shit, ATRs. They got a lot of stocks that you can trade that's not just in the United States. But I'm sure y'all know that because y'all very smart people, right? I'm just surprised y'all such as yourself because y'all know, it's late night and I'm just like, wow, I know it's a lot of people that be up at night. You'll be amazed. The night shift, hey, early bird gets the worm, but sometimes we rarely get sleep. See what I'm saying? But anyways, look at the bottom of the chart. You see the RSI line? It's right around 54. RSI is relative strength index. It tells you if the market is overbought, too high, right? Likely to cool off, or if it's oversold, which is too low. Somebody says I'm in Mexico as well. Speak on vacation. Lex, big boy crypto. Yo necesito una bonita mujer. Yo estudia español en Duolingo. Looking at Dream Homes. It is 4 a.m. Saturday morning, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think it's a Saturday. Yeah, the market is closed. Even the futures market is closed. The only market open right now is crypto. All right. So right now you learning. This is something I wouldn't during the day or during the market hours, you wouldn't be hearing me talk to y'all like this. You know what I'm saying? I'd be too busy trading. I will explain it, but I'm not one of them traders that's just gonna be like, I won't be in the middle of no trade. Join the community, you will see. We'll do this during live market hours or whatnot, but not in the middle of a trade. And I'm in and out too. We ain't finna spend 8 hours on no damn chart. That defeat the purpose of what we do over here. Somebody asked me the other day, are you a full-time trader? Hell no. I don't think no profitable trader is a full-time trader. We got time to do other shit. Even the traders who ain't making money got time to do other shit. Like you in and you out. Or you in and you in for months, so you could just come in and get out whenever, and then get back in and leave, and then come back in whenever. I'm the biggest rug pull ninja out here for real. I bet you is, Dream Home. Conversation now. Like I told y'all, the RSI, if it's above 70, it's overbought. If it's below 30, it's oversold. If it's between 45 and 55, that's the neutral zone. A neutral RSI on a 4-hour chart means balance. Neither buyers nor sellers are dominating. That can also create uncertainty. But that's often where a new trend is about to begin because it's building up energy. So look at the momentum indicator below RSI real quick. When it's above zero, the momentum is positive. The buyers are in control. When it crosses below zero, the momentum is negative. The sellers are pressing the shit down. When the momentum and the price agree, the move is strong. When they disagree, you getting a warning of weakness. Like this shit ain't really that strong right now. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. I almost called you something. Don't be scared. So that's another mindset tip. Trust the confirmation. Stop trying to predict, because this shit is not about predictability. It's about probability. All right. You don't have to predict the market. You just got to wait for confirmation. So a lot of y'all lose money when you try to guess what's next instead of reacting to what's already being shown to you. The fucking confirmation is your best friend. It's your player partner. Whether that's a candle closing above resistance zone, right, or below support or whatever at an EMA cross, or momentum supporting the direction that is going in, right? Whenever them three things line up, whenever you see lightning, hear thunder, see rain clouds, feel wind, you know it's about to rain. Say, we get it, coach. Damn, I'm glad I found your page, man. I'm glad you did too. We tapped. That's what I like to see, Teddy. That's what I like to see. I hope you showed me by hitting that follow button. Lock in, because guess what? Guess what? I'm really about to have to rotate in a few minutes. It's 4 a.m. I got something to do real quick before I'll double back though. It's Saturday. Hit the follow button. And y'all also tell me, I'm gonna do another survey. What time do y'all think I should go live? I just want to see when is everybody's most free time during the day, during the weekend. What time do y'all think I should go live? Whatever time gets the most amount, that's the one I'm gonna start doing. I'm gonna make that my second. I'm gonna start doing 2 a days, but I'm definitely gonna do the night shift every time. All right. So if y'all don't mind participating in the survey, let me know what time you think I should go live. All right. So whenever all 3 things line up, that's when you know the price action, the indicator, and the volume. And don't let news be thrown in the mix. That's a high probability setup. I'm gonna say it again. Those are called high probability setups. You don't need to be right every time. You just need to be disciplined enough to wait for the right condition. Now, I know y'all done heard me talk about volume a lot. The volume is the voice of the market. Volume gonna tell you how loud, right, the market is speaking. A breakout without volume is a whisper. Like, speak up. Speak your bitch ass up. Speak up. I can't hear you. Do you got a lot of volume? You got a lot of volume? Or do you got a little bit of volume? Right? Right? You can't trust it. A breakout without surging volume, right? Matter of fact, a breakout with big volume is a shout. That's where the momentum is real. If it's a whisper, don't be scared. Is you gonna move out the way if somebody yell at you like, you know what I'm saying? You gonna move out the way, or you gonna move out the way when somebody whisper it to you? Now we know that sometimes you might want to move out the way if the person whispered to you like, "Hey, can you move out my way? Hey, I'm gonna need you to move out my way." That might make you want to move out the way, right? Some people know like, "Hey, you might want to get the fuck out of dude's way because he sound like he mean business." So sometimes, yeah, but that's in real life situations. We ain't talking about a real life equation. We talking about the stock market equation. We need it to be loud, right? We know that it mean business when it got a lot of volume. That's my point. So always watch the volume bars underneath your chart. When price pushes above resistance and volume spike, that's confirmation that big money is entering. Follow the volume, not the noise. Do y'all get me? Put a W in the chat if you get it. I want to play some music so bad. I'm seeing her looking at it. But yeah, before I go, I'm gonna go over a few more things. Let me go over really one more thing. I don't even got time for a few. I just hope y'all lock in. We want to talk about candlestick patterns. Do I want to talk about? Yeah, I think I'll talk about candlestick patterns. Now that we understand our EMAs, we know about EMAs, RSI, momentum. We know what all that's telling us. We're gonna talk about the language of the market, the patterns. The patterns are the footprints, y'all. Like a lot of people like, oh, you still trading patterns in 2025, bro? They work. I don't get you think this shit gonna stop working because it's 2025? Fuck, nigga, you stupid. No, it don't work that way. It still work. All right, so it's gonna let you know. Matter of fact, it repeats because human emotion repeats. Greed, fear, hesitation, confidence, they all leave shapes on the chart. So continuation patterns, they sometimes show that sometimes the market just takes a breath before moving on again. That's a continuation pattern. You thought it was done. It was going up, then it came down a little bit before it was going to continue going up. That's a continuation pattern. On SPY that I was just showing y'all, the price moved up, then trade sideways into a little box. I'm going to show you real quick. I'm going to go back. So the price, if you look at it right here on SPY, like notice how the price move up, then trade sideways inside a little box before breaking upward again. That's a bullish flag. The pole is the initial push. The flag is the pause. So when you see this, you don't chase the first move. You wait for the pause. You draw your flag lines, and then you let the breakout tell you the direction. The patience is going to be turned. The patience is going to turn out to be profit. It's going to turn into profits for you. You being patient. Other times, the market say enough. We had enough. When you see a double top, let me see if I can pull that up real quick. Like when you see a double top, right? Or when the price tests the same resistance level in 2 times and then it just don't break above it or close above it, that's exhaustion that I was telling y'all about, right? So you will see a double bottom or double top, but you will see a double bottom when the buyers defend the same level. On the other end, that's accumulation. Accumulation is when the price is it just came down and now it's trading sideways before it's about to go up. And then exhaustion is the price just went up and now it's trading sideways before it's about to come down or continue to go up, right? So another key reversal is the head and shoulders pattern. I told y'all about that head and shoulders pattern. Y'all know about that? Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Emmanuel, you learn this by hitting the follow button, maybe joining a community, or maybe you need mentorship, but that's how. We got a head and shoulders pattern. That's showing that buyers are losing control step by step. When you spot that on the 4-hour chart, you need to understand that the institutions they getting ready, they repositioning. So it's not retail noise. It ain't retail noise. It ain't retail noise. It's big capital slowly shifting sides. Like sometimes you will see these motherfuckers go from buying calls to puts or from buying to selling, and we don't be knowing what's going on until it's too late. So anticipate means prepare for possibilities, get ready for some shit, right? And y'all need to be doing that right about now anyways. Let me see. I thought TikTok was finna get me up out of here. Yeah, y'all need to be doing that right about now anyways. You want to make sure you prepare for possibilities. Remember, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So assuming means you betting on some shit. Don't be betting. Only amateurs bet. Ironworth traders, we anticipate. Anticipate means prepare for possibilities. Then wait for confirmation. Do y'all understand it? Do y'all understand the difference? Because I'm not an institution, Chad. You want to go follow an institution, take your institutional ass to the institution. You institutionalized, right? You brought that institutionalized ass. Institution don't follow this. You think I'm worried about what an institution follow? No. The institutions is following me. Partner, they in the live chat. He said, I catch you. Man, hand them to your partner. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. Hey, it's 4 a.m. It's about time for me to go. Somebody said, bro, real talk, go. No, for real, Trey, 600. No, for real, 600. We anticipate, we don't assume. So trend lines and channels. Let's see if we're going to pull that up. That was a compliment. Well, I ain't take it as one. He said, you know what I'm saying? I ain't take it as one, right? I'm throwed off. And nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. Hey, but you're perfect for me. Nobody's perfect. Nobody. I want to play some music so bad, y'all. I'm about to get off the live and play some music. That's really what I got to do. I've done a lot, y'all. I've been here for about an hour or two. I'm about to get off. I'm gonna teach y'all a few more things, and if y'all want the teaching to continue, hit the follow button and inbox me, and maybe I need to be your mentor, right? Join the community. If not, at the bare minimum, you should join the community. You might not, have, as much access as those who got me, right? But you still will. You still will. So, before I continue, y'all know I like to address the fuckery. Somebody said, don't listen to this guy. So let me get this straight. You want them to listen to you when you tell them not to listen to me? What sense does that make? And what have you given them to make them want to listen to you versus... Okay, never mind. Anyways, trend lines. Let me clear my throat. Go. Hey, somebody send him to the block party. One of my moderators, send him to the block party right now, please. Anybody want a 600 day trader? You a moderator now for now on. Hold on. You are now one of my elite employees. Hold on. You are now one of my elite employees. Send him to where the food is cold and the water is send him to where the food is cold and the water is boiling. He not invited to the cookout. No, he invited to the other cookout. He invited to the block party. But look, trend lines. Trend lines. Draw two diagonal lines. One connecting higher lows, one connecting higher highs. That's your ascending channel. All right. Inside that channel, matter of fact, just look at this. Look at this picture right here. How to draw trend lines. So some of y'all don't know how to do that. You want to make sure that the line is touching at least 2 to 3 candlesticks. Not the second one. Right? It says 2 points make up a trend line. The more points, the stronger the trend. It shouldn't be going through the candlesticks. It should be literally touching the bottom of them. Somebody the other day asked me, "Hey, should it be touching the body of the candlestick or the wicks?" I like to use the wicks. I want to know how low it went or how high it went if I'm making the resistance trend line. Right? So let me see. Basically, when the price break below, let me see. Yeah, we'll do some shit. We'll use this one. So when the price break below the trend line, the market might be switching gears. So don't panic. You simply want to note that the shit is just broke structure and you want to change your plan right away. I hope that makes sense. I know it was choppy and shit, but I hope that makes sense. So that's where 90% of traders fail because not because their analysis is wrong, but because their discipline is fucked up. You hear me? They don't have the discipline. They don't got the discipline. Where I'm at. Yeah. All right, so you're not here to be right. You're here to make correct decisions. Every loss is a lesson. Every loss is a lesson. Let me hear you say every loss is a lesson. And you are not defined by your fucking fucked up trades that you done took. You need to learn from them. And it makes you a better trader. Last year I was doing government contracting, and every proposal I made and for the contracts I didn't win, the government would give me something called a debriefing where they would tell you, the contracting officer would tell you what you did wrong. And why did they do that? Because now I get to know what I did wrong. I can correct it. And the next time I can correct. And every time I would only get better and better. The same thing should happen with your trading, right? So you're not here to be right. You here to make correct decisions because every loss is a lesson. So when you treat it like tuition instead of failure, you pay for that lesson, right? You grow exponentially. So let's say we set up a live swing trade or some shit on spot. Hold on. I don't got really much time. I'm really cutting it. I'm cutting it real close. Let's say we setting up a swing trade on spot. So I'm gonna identify the trend direction using the EMAs. Right now they tight, so momentum is neutral. I'm gonna mark support around 650 and resistance around 675. I'm gonna wait for a break and the candle close outside this range with volume. I'm going to confirm that with the RSI. If it's above 60 and it's a bullish momentum, if it's below 40, that's bearish momentum, right? I'm going to enter on the retest, never on emotion, okay? And then my stop loss is going to go just below the last swing, right? The last swing low if I'm buying, but it's going to go above the last swing high if I'm selling, and I'm really going to enter where my fucking stop loss is going to be at, right? Just so I can make sure I'm going to put a limit order in and try to get in where the stop loss was going to be at. Then I'm going to make sure it's going to be a 1-to-3 ratio. My risk to reward ratio, 1-to-3. And make sure I'm putting up $100 to make 300. I'm putting up 1,000 to make 3,000. I'm putting up 10,000 to make 30,000, but I will not put up 30K to make 10K or 3K to make 1K or 300 to make 100. Like, that don't make sense to me. Y'all be putting up so much money to try to make $50, and that's not the way it's done. Or y'all might be trying to make 10,000 off $100. Like, okay, big fella. All right, so once you in that trade, the game becomes management. You don't stare at every tick. You don't sit there and watch water boil. right? I'm done. Listen, I'm gonna get up off of here, y'all. I hope y'all hit the follow button. If y'all want more, I will continue part 2 for later on today or whenever I see y'all again. Hit the follow button.